I'll come back with us over the phone live with Mr. Elhamy Zayat, the tourism expert. Good morning, Mr. Zayat.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir? We're talking about a beautiful event, artistic event on World Tourism Day, marking World Tourism Day. It's an Arts Day celebration and hosting 22 foreign countries and 50 artists and activities in Marsa Alam. What exactly is the story, sir?
Well, it's been a tradition that we celebrate this Tourism Day on the 27th of September every year.
Okay.
The new thing is that it's celebrated outside of Cairo. Until 2 years ago, we celebrated only in Cairo. So this is good because it shows that Egypt has other things to show. And the fact that there is this display of artistic arts, what they have to display is fantastic because it shows that also we are advanced in other things. So it's modern and it's new and it helps promote other regions in Egypt because everybody knows Cairo. So it's good by itself done this way.
So what were the most important and remarkable activities marking the world celebrations of World Tourism Day in Marsa Alam?
In Marsa Alam, I mean, it's only the display of the artistic products that have been made by Egyptian and by others in the region. And not only in the region, but what I found very interesting is that Russia and Ukraine are exhibiting. This is very good because it shows that we are neutral. I mean, in this war we have nothing to do, but it shows that we attract both Ukrainian and Russians. So in itself it has something to send to the world that we are a neutral country, that we are for peace, we are working for peace, and art is one of the best ways in the world to promote peace. So I think this is a message that is very subtle, and it's good that we are sending it from Egypt and from Marsa Alam in particular.
Of course. So the question that might come to anybody's mind, because especially people who come to visit Egypt, they see so many beautiful places, there's too many types of tourism, charming places, coastal cities and cuisine and everything. Why was Marsa Alam chosen as a venue to host that Fine Arts and Arts Day and also marking World Tourism Day and hosting all those countries?
I'll tell you, Marsa Alam has many specificities that does not exist anywhere else. I mean, the water, the sea is so limpid, you can see through, and you see all these beautiful creatures or fish, turtle, the yellow turtle, you can only see it in Marsa Alam. And on the other side, there is a place which is Wadi Gamal. It's not very far, and it's also very interesting for those who have time to visit. So it shows the multiplicity of what we can offer in Egypt. It's not only the pyramids, it's not only Luxor, it's not only Cairo or Alexandria or Hurghada. We have other things to show. And the good thing is 22 countries has responded to this call. And this in itself is a very, very important and interesting promotion for the destination and for Egypt in general.
The idea of linking art with tourism and probably there is graffiti also involved in the activities. It is type of soft power. You earlier kindly noted that there is a message that is delivered to the whole world, a message of peace, a message of tolerance, a message of unification, acceptance, love to all nationalities and all races and everything. How is that supporting us in other ways, not only touristically, but also politically and culturally?
Absolutely. Because I can't imagine that the Ukrainian representative and the Russian representative will fight over there. I mean, arts unite people.
Of course.
Art is beautiful by
Exactly.
itself. So it's a way of sending this, as I said earlier, this very subtle message concerning arts and the importance of arts in our life. And on the other hand, it supports the peace worldwide.
Right. So how can we be able to use this soft power and also our, talents here in Egypt and the neighboring countries and other visiting talents to be able to promote for tourism in a place like Marsa Alam? You just mentioned that this is one of the top destinations to be visited by tourists. So how will be able to promote for it, especially for the winter time?
One very important thing is to film the event. Filming the event and spreading the film all over. We have many reasons to. In November, we have the World Travel Market in London. In March, we have the ITB in Berlin. And we have other occasions, IMAX in Frankfurt. We have IMAX in Las Vegas. So on these occasions, we can show this film in the Egyptian sand because it concerns all of Egypt. And it was never done specifically for Marsa Alam. But now that you can do it for Marsa Alam, it would be fantastic. Plus, we should not forget that there is a yacht pier in Marsa Alam. Unfortunately, it did not attract too many people because it was not managed properly. So I think now that we have an airport, we have a yacht pier, and we have hotels there, I think it's time to promote this activity because this is one of the most lucrative piece of business. So, Sokhna has been promoted, the Mediterranean Sea, the west part of the Mediterranean Sea has been promoted, and for yachting. And yachting is a very expensive activity. So if we spread this and we go to the yachting show, because today there are very highly specialized shows, not all shows are horizontal. I mean, horizontal is like the ITB or the World Travel Market, where everybody who is related to tourism can exhibit. But when you talk about specific things like yachting, they have their own shows. So I think it's time to look for them and promote and make this film shown in this show.
So, Mr. Zayat, yachting could be available throughout the whole year, or it could be held in specific seasons because of the weather and everything. Explain to us.
Listen, even if the user of the yacht is using it in specific season, but the yacht is there in the quay, and this in itself is a lot of expenses because you have a crew on board, they eat. This crew on board will go sightseeing sometimes because they are bored. This crew sometimes have other activities in the desert, maybe. So you have many activities, plus the fact that the owner of the boat may come and stay still in Egypt and use it as the boat or the yacht as a hotel. So it has many, many advantages if we use them properly and if we promote them. The most important thing is to promote that we have this kind of activities.
So what other places in Egypt could be qualified for us to hold the yacht shows and host expensive, activities like that?
Well, without any doubt, the Mediterranean North Shore, the west part of it, because as you know, there is already one big yacht center, there is another one being created. So this is the place, because if you realize that over 50,000 yachts are berthing in the Mediterranean Sea, if we can attract a few of them, it's already a big achievement, because as I said, this is very good in terms of funds, in terms of expenses.
Right. On that note, of course, Mr. Elhamy Zayat, the tourism expert, would like to thank you so much for talking to us on The Breakfast Show, and you have a beautiful day. By this, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show for today. Many thanks to all of you. Until we see you tomorrow, that's a goodbye.